How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Strider 2, a game that was released for the Sega Genesis way back in the day. Now, I want to give a quick shout out to PK in the Universe. He posted a video about 6 years ago covering this topic. There's very little known about this online. Doing some searches this afternoon regarding this matter was very scarce, wasn't able to find a whole lot regarding this. So if you want to check out PK's video, there will be a link to his video in the description below. So how the story goes was PK had a copy of Strider 2 for the Sega Genesis. The game that's been universally panned as not really being a great game. And so he had no use for it, so he threw it up on eBay and decided to sell it. He sold it for about $12. And the person who won the bid received the game, and they got in touch with PK shortly thereafter, and they were basically insinuating that the game was a repro. And the reason for that was the North American Sega Genesis label, the person who won the bid, they peeled the label back, and you could actually, underneath the North American label, you could see there was another label, and it was for the PAL region of Strider 2. So it was really bizarre. Why would one label be put on top of the other like that? And PK told the guy, hey, I didn't know anything about this. That's news to me. And then apparently the guy asked for a refund, and PK gave him a refund. And then shortly thereafter, once it was discovered that it was a legitimate cart, PK ended up getting his money back. I believe that's how the story went. And so, talking a little bit about this with PK today and doing a bit of research, US Gold, a company, it was very infamous, late 80s, early to mid 90s. They handled publishing a lot of games in the UK and also in the US as well. And Strider 2 was actually one of those games. US Gold was in charge of, again, publishing this over in Europe. I don't know if this got a European release before the North American release. From what I'm reading online, that may have been the case. Because what ended up happening was Strider 2, it was called Strider 2 in the UK. And then somebody at HQ decided to have this game rebranded or retitled in North America as Journey from Darkness, Strider Returns. It's not called Strider 2 in the US and Canada. So obviously you would need a new label, right? But I mean, that's kind of moot point, because even if they would have kept it as Strider 2, US Gold would have still had to revise the label, because you can't have it showing Mega Drive in the US and Canada. It's got to say Sega Genesis. So long story short, we still don't really know the answer, but it does sound like US Gold shipped a number of these carts. As you can see by this picture that I'm showing on this video, this is from a listing on eBay today, where it was the label was scratched a bit. A lot of them are scratched. A lot of the collectors are scratching them, and you can find the other label underneath. So I don't know if it was all of the copies of Strider 2 that came to North America or just some of them. We don't know if it was just this game, if there were other US Gold games such as Flashback that suffered this as well. But it's catch-22, because you'd want to peel your label back just to see out of curiosity, but you don't want to do that because you're going to damage the label. So what do, right? So I don't know if you can get a powerful enough light that you can shine on your cart to maybe see if there's a double label. Again, we don't really know the whole story here. It sounds like Strider 2 got a one print run. And so, again, it sounds like US Gold did the print run and then ended up shipping a bunch of these games over to North America. And they just got lazy and slapped new labels over top of the Mega Drive labels. Again, it has something to do with the print run. From what I can tell online, it looks like it might just be an isolated issue just with Journey from Darkness, Strider Return. So just with the North American copies of this game. It's really bizarre. There's not much known about this online. I feel like reaching out to Sega Lord X to ask him if he knows more about it, because it seems like he knows pretty much everything about Sega Genesis anything gaming and consoles related. This is really bizarre. Again, this is just what I've dug up online. There's a couple of forums that are talking about it as well. A couple of people that have purchased Journey from Darkness on eBay, and then they get it and then they realize there's two labels on it. There's one label underneath, and they're asking as to why this is, right? So, yeah, it's really interesting. If you own a copy of this game, Journey from Darkness, Strider Returns, check your label, check it out, see if you can tell if there are two labels, one on top of the other, and leave it in the comments below. It would be cool if we could get more information on this and as to why this happened. Really bizarre. So what's happening is these are essentially PAL region games that you're running on your North American Sega Genesis, because I believe a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them you didn't really need to modify your console to play them. That's what my understanding is. And yeah, so this is a prime example. Pretty wild stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Have you heard about this bizarre labeling issue with Strider Return to Darkness, Journey from Darkness, excuse me? Let me know in the comments below. Really interesting stuff here. Wonder if it affects the Master System or Game Gear version as well. I'd like to know. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.